I am a huge believer in the power of stories. Personal stories have the ability to really create empathy. When you create empathy, you're opening not only people's hearts, but they open their minds more. My name is Krys Kornmeier. I'm a documentary filmmaker, and I'm here to talk about my film, Normal Isn't Real: Succeeding with Learning Disabilities in ADHD. I was a freelance television producer, director for over 25 years, and I loved it. Lots of adventures, and I got to go to places I would have never gotten to go and meet people I never would have been able to meet. I had never made an independent film. I had to learn how to be a one-woman band. The first time my husband and I were aware that there were some issues with Jack, my husband used to read to him every night. And one evening, my husband came down and he looked kind of stricken, and he said, "Jack and I just sounded out a word." And then about 3 sentences later, it came up and he had no idea what it was. We didn't really know what that meant, and we did have him tested, and that's when we found out that he actually had learning and attention issues. My husband and I were very much on the same team to just do the best we could to explore every avenue to support him. Once we sort of got him situated and getting some supports in place for him, we began to wonder what would his journey to adulthood look like. I was looking for role models, other people who had had sort of similar struggles, and what did their paths look like. It's not always that easy to find a child's strengths, but they're always in there. My main goals in creating Normal Isn't Real were to highlight the strengths of people with these challenges, to show some of their strategies for how they manage the challenges, and to show how they have really learned to embrace themselves. That's a film I would really like to make. They needed to be willing to show their talents, but also their challenges and some of the things they need to do in order to be successful. And that takes a lot of guts. The material I was using was out of their mouths. The reception to the film has been incredibly gratifying. It's inspiring to see, to people that have these issues, to see others with similar challenges be successful. And I think it's also real eye-opening for people who just don't understand these issues to get a glimpse into what it's like in somebody's head. I did a screening at university and with students, and they're like, "I want my friends to see this so they understand what I'm going through. I want my parents to see this." I had one man in his 70s come up to me in a screening and say, "I just watched your film and realized I've been dyslexic my whole life and didn't know it." As a parent, you always worry. You worry about your children. You worry about what's going to happen to them. Looking back, I had my moments worried about Jack, but I also had a lot of faith in him, and I think it's really important to hang on to that. I learned more things about my own son listening to other people's stories. We would have long conversations about the film, and he'd say, "Yeah, that's exactly how it is in my head." So even I learned something from my own film. Jack is a storyboard artist and illustrator. I am so proud of him. He loved to draw.
When I was a kid, I was so caught up in what I couldn't do that I didn't realize that everyone, regardless of whether they have learning differences or not, has their own set of strengths and challenges. And to be successful, everyone has to develop those strengths and find workarounds for the stuff they can't do.
The most important advice I would give to parents who are new to this journey is to don't panic, take a deep breath. A piece of advice that was given to me way back when I was kind of in the panicky mode a little bit was from a mom who'd been down that road, and she said the most important thing is to keep Jack's self-esteem intact. When that gets damaged, it's very hard to repair that. Just know your son has talent, your child will get there, and there are going to be a lot of bumps in the road. It's going to be rough, and just brace yourself, and they're going to surprise you in some hard ways and some wonderful ways.